The paper whispered when it slid across the conference table. Thin, final. My name sat at the top, typed in a font I recognized. Hers, HR's favorite neutral gray. 60% reduction. Effective immediately. No room for negotiation. She didn't look at me. She looked past me, at the glass wall, at the staff pretending not to watch. "Accept it," she said, voice even, professional. "Married only on paper, or I'll find someone who will." The room smelled like burned coffee and cheap ambition. I felt my pulse slow, the way it does before something irreversible. "I need 24 hours," I said calmly. She smiled. Not the smile I used to know. This one was practiced, public, designed to humiliate without raising a voice. "Of course," she replied. "HR generous. Wife gone." I stood, nodded, and walked out while the staff pretended to type. In the elevator, my reflection looked unfamiliar, too still, too controlled. That night, I didn't go home. I went to my car. I sat there in the dark, dashboard glowing like a quiet confession, and made a call I'd memorized but never dialed. The competitor answered on the first ring, as if they'd been waiting. It wasn't the salary cut that hurt. Money is arithmetic. Betrayal is architecture. She'd been changing for months. New clothes, new cadence to her voice, a habit of locking her phone face down like a secret, praying not to be seen. I told myself it was ambition. HR promotions do that. They sand off empathy. But there were signs. Her calendar filling with late reviews, the way she stopped asking about my projects she'd once helped me design. At home, she spoke to me like an employee already on probation, measured, documented. I remembered the first time she corrected me in front of staff. A small thing, a test. I failed it by smiling. The competitor's VP spoke softly on the line, almost respectful. He didn't pitch, he thanked me, said my name like it carried weight. "You built the system we're still trying to copy," he said. "We assumed loyalty was the only reason you stayed." I looked at the office lights across the street, my wife's floor still glowing. "No," I said, "just inertia." When I hung up, I didn't feel rage. I felt alignment, pieces clicking into place. She hadn't just reduced my salary, she'd been clearing space. I didn't confront her, that would have been sloppy. Instead, I watched. I watched the way she lingered near the new consultant, young, loud, eager. I watched how his access expanded while mine shrank, privileges revoked quietly, emails forgotten. I pulled server logs late at night, not to spy, just to remember what I'd built. Patterns emerged. Data always tells the truth if you don't rush it. She'd rerouted credit, altered authorship, performance narratives rewritten in HR language so clean it could cut glass. At home, she slept soundly. I lay awake, cataloging. I met the competitor in a neutral hotel bar. No contracts, just confirmation. They knew my worth. They'd been tracking my output for years, reverse engineering my mind. "Your wife knows," the VP said carefully. "She's been calling us, fishing." That was the moment something inside me went quiet. She wasn't just betraying me, she was selling me. The evidence arrived on a Tuesday, a packet, clean, legal, internal HR memos with her signature, transfer of my responsibilities to the consultant, a planned termination after knowledge extraction. I invited her to dinner, neutral ground, public enough. I slid the packet across the table the way she had slid mine. She opened it. 1 page, 2. Her breath changed. "Where did you get this?" she whispered. I sipped my water, watched condensation race downward. "You taught me documentation matters," I said. Her eyes searched my face for emotion, found none. The next morning, I didn't resign. I forwarded everything. Board, legal, compliance. Every channel she thought she controlled. Then I walked into the competitor's office and signed. By noon, the company froze HR operations. Investigations love paper trails. She called me, once, twice, then 20 times. I answered only once. They needed a scapegoat, I said. You volunteered. Silence. Then something like crying. I hung up. By evening, her badge didn't work. Her consultant disappeared. LinkedIn updated quietly. Mine updated too. I moved out without ceremony, left the ring on the counter like a completed form. Power isn't loud, it's the absence of need. I don't hate her. Hate requires intimacy. She mistook access for control. I mistook love for safety. We were both wrong, but only one of us planned ahead. And when the paper finally slid across the table again, it wasn't asking me to accept anything.